It's the Tuesday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Back at you this evening. It's Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here, and we have some big changes ahead for the rest of the week. We're going to break it down day by day, and we're going to talk about everything that's coming our way in terms of rain, snow, and wind during the second half of this week. But as expected, today's rainfall total is pretty modest. I mean, this wasn't a whole lot of rain, but generally a tenth of an inch or less worth of rain captured by most of our regional rain gauges today. And as of about 7:08 in the evening, the rain is pretty much done for the evening. We should be dry from here on out, aside from maybe a spritz or a sprinkle, but the changes are less than 24 hours away. Cold front, pretty easy to find out across the Midwest this evening. I'll even draw it for you. It's right in through here. And so on the other side of that front, the air gets colder and colder across the upper Midwest, already below freezing in Bismarck, North Dakota this evening, whereas we are unseasonably mild on the east side of this system. And so, yeah, it's still mild out there this evening, and much like last night, we'll have a hard time dropping below 50 overnight tonight. And this is going to be kind of the last hurrah of truly mild air for some time. In the meantime, back here at home, the sky's going to try to clear as we go through the overnight, and if it manages to clear enough, I am concerned about some dense fog trying to set up in parts of the region overnight. High-res Futurecast, as far as the visibility goes here for the overnight. Now, a lot of times the model overdoes the reductions in visibility, so we have to take this with a little bit of a grain of salt, but you get the idea here. There could be some low visibility in some parts of the area as our Wednesday gets underway, but whatever fog does set up tonight will dissipate pretty quickly Wednesday morning because the wind is going to start cranking up fairly quickly, and that should get rid of the fog in short order Wednesday morning. So the wind starts kicking up, but it really won't get strong until we head towards late afternoon into the evening. And with our band of showers pushing across right around sunset, you know, this isn't anything to break the bank or anything, but a 30 to 35, perhaps 40 mile per hour gust, a possibility. I can't even rule out a rumble of thunder as this band of showers pushes across right around dinner time Wednesday evening. So until then, we'll see clouds. A few breaks of sun right around midday will be a possibility. But again, the timing of the showers towards sunset, this gusty line approaching, you know, the I-77 corridor maybe by 3 o'clock or so, putting it on track to kind of cross our viewing area, again, right around sunset for our Wednesday evening. The sky then clears for a time overnight before the clouds roll in Thursday morning, and for one of the first times this season, we have some blue on the map for Thursday morning, but the bark a little worse than the bite here. This is going to be scattered flurries, some raindrops trying to mix in, no accumulation during the daylight hours on Thursday. But the bigger story will be the wind and the cold temperatures. We're going to stay in the 30s with a gusty wind, creating wind chills in the 20s on Thursday. Now, as far as accumulating snow goes during the daylight hours Thursday, you know, we're not in the dead of winter, that's for sure, and temperature is very marginal, so not looking for a whole lot to stick across our general region. Now, there could be some slushy accumulations during the daylight hours Thursday where the snow comes down hard enough from Chicago to South Bend, maybe Indianapolis over towards Lima, places like that. Our best chance of maybe seeing some small slushy accumulations around northeast Ohio and northwest PA will come very late Thursday night and first thing Friday morning, and I say that because of two things. The first thing is the temperature. It'll approach freezing late Thursday night, first thing Friday morning. I don't think we're going to drop into the 20s, but we'll see 32 or 33. It's more hospitable to snow sticking than 37 or 38. The other thing is the snow may come down at a decent clip for a time, late Thursday night, first thing Friday morning, before it change over to rain as the colder air gets flushed out and, well, it's not a big warm-up. Temperatures in the air column above our heads will not support snow for very deep into Friday. I mean, it's first thing in the morning. They will have that chance of snow showers. So, again, maybe some slush, small accumulations, first thing Friday morning, but for most of us, the road should be just fine. So breaking this down Thursday morning through Friday evening, the spotty rain and wet snow showers, you know, Thursday into Thursday evening, no big deal, no big impacts from that. Snow showers late Friday night, or late Thursday night, first thing Friday morning, again, maybe coating the ground in some spots. The rest of Friday, rain showers, gusty breezes. In fact, the gusty breezes will stick around right into the day on Saturday. As I've been talking about this week, the best chances for accumulating snow, perhaps up to an inch or even more, a couple of hours to our east, a couple of hours to our west. So again, Lima, Dayton, Columbus, maybe the Cincinnati area, especially the north side of Cincinnati. And then once you go over towards the Du Bois area, Clearfield, along the higher terrain along I-80, and especially along the PA Turnpike in southern Pennsylvania, you cross some really high terrain down here, and there'll probably be enough to certainly coat the ground and make for some tricky travel at times, especially late Thursday and into Thursday night. And overall, the lollipop of highest accumulation should be above, say, 2,500 feet in the mountains of West Virginia. That's oftentimes when you have a northwesterly flow and enough cold air. That's oftentimes where the heaviest snow ends up being, because that's where the highest elevations are across our general region. I would expect everyone to be under an inch. Slushy coverings should about do it as Friday gets underway. Quick look at the longer range. I've been talking about this run-up to Thanksgiving being not all that cold, not all that warm either, but I think we'll see, around 50 for a couple of days early next week. I think there will be a cold front at some point during Thanksgiving weekend, sometime between, say, Thursday and Saturday, that will usher in, a pretty consistently cold-looking pattern taking us into early December. Now, it's December, duh, it should be cold, right? Well, we're talking about colder compared to average. And, I'm pretty impressed with some of the modeling here in early December, such as today's run of the European Ensemble, showing temperature anomalies in kind of a 5-day chunk here, the last 2 days of November and the first 3 or 4 days of December. A lot of the country, in the blue here, showing, cool anomalies to kick off the month of December. Will this come with any sort of, wintry precipitation? Well, it's too early to speculate on that. And will the entire month of December be like that? I kind of doubt it. And, if you watched our winter forecast last week, we think that the winter overall is not likely to be all that cold, but there's going to be some intervals of cold. And one thing we talked about in that winter forecast is December may be the month that we have the best chances of seeing a few pretty potent or stout cold shots. So we may have one right off the bat as we kick off a new season and a new month during the first few days of December. That'll do it for me tonight. Coming up on Wednesday, we'll take another look and have another full update, of course, on what to expect with regards to our late week snow and rain and wind, and we'll take another look at Thanksgiving week. We're getting a little bit closer and close enough now, I think, by Wednesday and Thursday this week, that we'll be able to start speculating with a little more confidence on the precipitation trends as we go towards that busy travel day coming up next Wednesday, and Thanksgiving itself the following day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back here on Wednesday.